So I wanted to give an update on this little eastern red cedar that I rescued a while back. It's doing remarkably well, although when I got here this hickory stick was laying on top of it, which is very similar to the way I found it originally. Poor thing can't catch a break, as other trees keep dropping stuff on it. But while I was here, I was struck with a very unfortunate realization. I did a lot of work to try and get rid of invasive species around here, and well, this is the most I've really felt that hydra behavior, you know, cut off one head, two more take its place, sort of behavior from invasive species. You see, when there's shade cover, like there is over in the other parts of the forest, typically you'll only see a few resurgent species. And typically they're kept very small, they're kept very sickly. You see a little bit of an example of this. You know, this sprouting grew, new growth, and it died because of shade or disease or what have you. But unfortunately, where there is no shade cover, you get this. It just comes back more or less full strength. The problem is that there's really no tree cover anymore here. The white ash and red maple were dominant in this swamp, and the white ash is dying out due to the emerald ash borer. I do have some white ash trees elsewhere that are doing far better because I was able to give them treatment, but you can't treat white ash when it's in a swampy environment. You can't apply insecticide next to any flowing water, or really any wetlands in general. It's incredibly bad for the environment to do that, so please don't. And of course, the red maples themselves are chronically not exactly the spitting image of health themselves, so they typically struggle to provide decent canopy cover. Of course, there are other factors. I wasn't home for long periods of time. I had in-person college this semester, but I wasn't home for the entire forest. And the entire forest does not look like this, thank goodness. This also goes to show why biodiversity is so important. That swamp over there had 2, maybe 3 canopy tree species. This grove right here, while it has lost its white ash trees, that one there, that one there, that one there, as well as others, it has other tree species to compensate. I think it's 7 or 8 tree species. In fact, even if we count conservatively, only canopy trees in this grove currently, discounting black cherry because almost all the canopy individuals were killed by a blight a little while ago, we still have 6. White oak, red maple, tulip poplar, big-tooth aspen, and quaking aspen. Even near the dead white ash trees, there's really not many problematic invasive species around. Yes, there might be one multiflora rose that's tiny and insignificant, but in comparison to the amount of black cherry saplings that are around, it's not that much. And trust me, removing instances like this and like that are incredibly easy. Don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of work to be done, both in places that I hadn't got to last year, or things that just need killed twice or 3 times. It'll happen. But what's important is that a biodiverse canopy, in this case, keeps those invasive species manageable. It really just goes to show the importance of trees in combating invasive species. It's why it's so important to make sure things like this little guy survive and can really combat these horrific invasive species. It also demonstrates how you might have to give them a little bit of a head start and take care of some of the invasive species for them so that they can get the hang of doing it themselves. I hope you guys have learned something, enjoyed, and as always, I wish you the best. And do me a favor and wish this guy a little luck. He's gonna need it.